Welcome to the Soon Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Soon Podcast. This is a special edition episode because we have our husbands with us. And it was really easy to set up. There were no technical difficulties. We have been working on this for like 30 minutes. And they're so excited and just ready to go. Everyone's happy to be here. So we're with our husbands. So we'll introduce them today. Paul is my husband. Go ahead and
we'll do some quick,
say hello.
Do some quick intros. Give them a little fun fact about yourself.
Something to work with. Fun fact.
Fun fact, I'm married to Alyssa.
This is Omar. This is my husband. Omar, give us a little fun fact about you.
What do we got?
Love the fun facts. Hi, I'm Omar. I love long walks on the beach. That's my fun fact.
Okay, you guys are literal duds.
It's not fair. He got you got to see the question coming.
Anyways, so today we are in Tahoe. We've been in Tahoe for the last couple of days. Paul and I drove up from San Diego, and Omar and Amanda flew in. And from Arizona. It's just been so, I don't know about you guys, but I've been having like the best time ever. I feel like it's been surreal.
It's been amazing, all but beautiful. And I feel like we're all just having an amazing family trip together.
And we've been chomping at the bit to be on this podcast, really, since we heard that we were going.
Since day one.
Yes. Yeah. So we are in Tahoe for a big family vacation, and we are having such a great time. And we thought, what better time than to get everyone on the podcast together than now in such a beautiful setting. So here we are. Everyone's happy to be here.
So we've been up to Truckee. We love to be in North Lake. So we're just like hanging out on the water, paddleboarding, swimming, doing all the things. We've seen a lot of bears. A lot.
We have had more bear encounters than a normal Tahoe experience. We had one literally on our porch this morning. Yep. I will say, if the bear was at risk of coming in the house, like, we were not prepared. This family was like a 911 horrible situation.
I think we were for yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I will say it's 90% me, because I do think that the family is a bit casual when it comes to bear encounters. Everyone's like pressed up against the window. I'm like, these things are so smart. You guys don't give them enough credit. One, this bear was huge. Two, they know how to open doors. Like, they are smarter than your average bear. And you guys were just way too lax, okay?
We'd post a clip of the bear, but we'd have to mute it because Amanda's having a meltdown.
I'm like, where's the bear spray? Where are the dogs? Yeah, it was not good. And so just know that if the wet family was, in a 911 situation, everyone, it would be like a bunch of chickens.
You just can't cut off. I know you call it the wet.
Omar's not into it, but our family is the wet family.
If no one knows, you guys probably don't.
Well, for our maiden name, El-Shami, Amanda's last name, and Thompson, my last name, the wet family.
My mom came up with it.
She's branded it on everything, and the boys are not.
She's literally monogramming things without our consent.
Monogramming wet on luggage, on everything you could think of. Kitchenware.
No. And she absolutely loves it. And so that's what we are. We're the wet family.
And I just wanted to give a little informative mention that apparently there are no brown bears in Tahoe, and all of their black bears are brown in color.
Very deceiving, because I was trying to, inform everyone with my bear knowledge and say, if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. But these don't look like little black bears. Like, they're brown. They kind of look like grizzly bears, but apparently there's no grizzlies and there's no brown bears in Tahoe. So
you should post a clip to the IG.
I will. We'll post a photo, and you guys can tell us if it looks like a grizzly bear.
I think Tahoe's lying. I think that these are brown bears.
I think they're trying to hide the fact that they have grizzlies roaming around.
Been a brown bear in California since 1924.
I saw it there in the flesh. So Anyways, we are having the best time and we are so excited for today's episode because we are doing our sisterly advice, but with the husbands.
Yes. Brotherly, sisterly, the whole shebang advice. But also, I feel like we just got a lot of anonymous questions more so instead of advice. So we'll test this out. I also did just want to give an update. We also saw the new Jurassic Park last night, and everyone rated it pretty high.
Okay, everyone except for my dad, who's like a Jurassic Park stan, he like was not vibing with it.
I think I'm on my dad's level. It was like a 6, 7 out of 10.
I genuinely
Yeah,
really
that's fine. I
liked
think
it.
that's fine.
We're like Jurassic Park lovers, and I feel like the last ones with the Jurassic World, like they're really not my cup of tea. I feel like they're pretty tacky.
This one we were on the edge of our seats.
This one was like back to being like
Horror. Had some horror in it.
Like
yeah.
I went through my entire thing of grapevines. I was chomping at the bit, literally.
My aura ring said I was stressed the whole time.
Grapevines.
Red vine.
Yeah. Amanda.
I was just gnawing on a nice plant.
Paul, what would you rate it?
6 or 7.
Really?
I'm not a movie
Oh,
person.
yeah.
I made it through the whole movie. Alyssa and I were like trying to decide if we'd actually ever been to a movie together that wasn't for like my like child cousins, and I don't think that we have, other than like a rerun, like rooftop
Hocus
cinema.
Pocus.
But to be fair, you guys are good TV show. You're a good TV show couple. You
Yeah.
stay on it. You'll watch the show.
And very occasionally we'll watch a movie from home.
Wow.
Yeah.
We do love theater.
Omar is a movie theater fiend, I feel like.
Yeah, we do love the theater.
Yeah.
He's a big theater guy.
I go very casually.
We go like twice a year.
No,
I feel like you were and are a big
I
theater
know
guy.
a lot of
Yes.
movies. I love Letterboxd. If you don't know what Letterboxd is, Letterboxd is a great movie app where
Tell
you can
them
rate
what
movies.
Letterboxd is because
I'm
I feel like
trying.
a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't know.
Keep going. Oh, yeah. So Letterboxd is a great movie app. My favorite thing is you could see your friends' reviews of movies. So you also can pick like your 4 favorite movies on there. And that changes for a lot of people. But yeah, great app. And the community is really cool.
You don't
So
care about our reviews because you've never added us on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Big theater
You've
guy.
never told us to even get that.
I told Amanda about it. It's not for her.
I've just never felt the need to sign up because like I'm not going to read anyone. Like I'm like the kind of person where I do the same thing with books. Like I'm like, I'll just watch it. I'll just read it. Like I don't need to see the trailer.
Did you see Spotify's piloting a thing where you can DM your friends on
I saw
Spotify?
that.
Like
You
it
have
has
to
an instant messenger.
You have to be fixed
I
enough.
It's too
I have
much.
no idea why anyone would ever do that.
Unnecessary.
It's exhausting. Anyways.
I have one last thing to say.
Okay.
My favorite movie theater app was Runtime, and it tells you when to go pee during a certain movie.
Oh yeah, Amanda shared that yesterday with me. I was like, Alyssa went at a random time. She's like, she looks it up before.
Anyways, yes, let's get into our questions. I'm going to look them up, see what the people have to say.
Yes.
I know there's been one that has been asked every single time, but I don't think it was like appropriate to Amanda and I. And it was,
Okay.
how much do you lift? Do you bench?
Okay, so let's elaborate on this because this is actually a really
Iconic.
funny question. So obviously Omar and I have been together since high school. So Omar's been in our family for forever. And then Paul is a newer addition to the family because him and Alyssa have not been together since high school.
They've been together for 6 years. He's
Yeah.
not newer.
Okay,
Almost
well,
7.
newer than you, whatever.
Yeah.
So when Alyssa brought Paul home for the first time, Omar was here. We were all like sitting on the couch. We were excited to meet him. What does my dad do?
Out of nowhere.
The most unserious man of all time. He walks over, he looks at Omar, he looks at Paul, and he goes, "So what do you guys bench?"
Should you guys bench press?
Yeah.
Literally like hitting them against each other from the start.
He's like, "So let's all go ahead. What do you guys bench?"
Yours
And
had
we
a
went,
yours had a 3 in front of it. Was it 315? 305. And mine was 250. But
We're proud of our guys.
yeah,
But
Good
my
question
dad
right off
wanted,
the rip.
you know, he wanted to know. He wanted to know what he was.
As if he's like the biggest lifter.
He doesn't.
My
go to
dad
the
has
gym.
not gone to the gym in 30, 40
but
years.
he's very
He's
fit. Very
Yes,
fit.
we'll say that.
But he's not
very active.
he's
but
not
it's
a gym
the
guy.
gym.
Yeah, he's
His
not a
job
gymmer.
involves
No,
several.
but
No,
I'm saying, was it a valid
Yes,
reason
yeah,
for him to
agree.
be asking?
It was incredibly random. But so
That's
I don't know where that came
story
from.
time. I can't believe that slipped in there.
I ask it every week and just never answer.
Are you actually asking? Paul asks it every week. All right.
Do Alyssa and Paul ever argue about Western medicine versus alternative medicine approach to things?
That's a good question.
Really good.
Literally everyone asks us this because when we met, I was in naturopathic medical school and he was in traditional medical school. And I feel like when we matched on the apps, we automatically were like, okay, we respect your craft. I respect your craft. But what do you think, babe?
Yeah, I think as far as like being open-minded toward alternative medicine, I'm like pretty far on that end of the spectrum for a Western medicine doctor. And I think you are pretty open-minded to Western medicine. And I think we both believe that there's a time and a place for each. I think like with my job, I work with only patients that are admitted to the hospital. So everybody that's like very sick, not somebody that's going to like, take time to invest in their healthcare and get better over months to years. And I think a lot of the tension between Western medicine and alternative medicine exists in like the primary care world or the preventative medicine world. Like how do we just go about creating a healthy public, a healthy population to prevent chronic disease? And I don't exist in that space and I have no desire to like exist in that space. Like that's my nightmare.
He doesn't want to talk to people about their tummy aches.
That's
Well,
what you have us for.
Yeah.
Omar texts me whenever
Can I just say, so if I'm comparing the two answers, I'm going to give Paul that round. And do you know in this universe, when they asked the questions, Paul would have got a standing ovation if he was in this universe just there because he elaborated great.
I
He
was
went,
just like, wait.
this is like, we're fine with it. And Paul's like, here's my thoughts.
So I wanted him to elaborate on it, but I already know our answers because we literally talked to everyone about this. But
I was voted in med school most likely to practice alternative medicine.
Really?
Yeah. It was me, like was the guy that won, and then the girl that won is now like a Hollywood plastic surgeon. So like neither of us at all are doing Western medicine. So,
but I will
or
say
alternative medicine.
he might be interested and open to it, but this man, getting him to drink water, taking a supplement, he's like, it's like pulling teeth. So it's tough.
I will say, whenever Omar and I have questions, though, it's really fun to talk to both of you because you each have like your own take on things, on like why something might be hurting or bothering us. And I like the way that you guys handle it together. Except for if like I have a splinter or something, you could feel like it's not like very respected on Paul's end. But
That's not a lie.
Most of the time, my answer is just deal with it.
Yeah, he's like, do not go to the hospital.
That's a good question.
If all of you had to live together for a year, how would that go? What would drive you most insane?
That's a good one. Well, I'll start with the first part. I think that it would go good for the most part, only because we technically lived together for a long time, not with Paul, but Alyssa lived in the back house, and then Omar and I lived in the basement of my parents' house. And we all get along so well. Like everyone knows that my parents live in our back house now. So I feel like we're a very like close-knit family, but we've also been living together for so long that like we know when to respect like boundaries, which did take
I think
a lot of
Amanda's
time.
really being nice about this answer.
Okay.
Why? I do.
I want Omar's candid
I feel
experience. I
like-
don't want this sugar-coated,
I feel
we have a great
I feel like if
family.
anything, I would annoy you guys more than anything.
Paul and I would get along just fine. We wouldn't have a single blow up. We both can go our own way. We don't have to be around each other all the time. Amanda and Alyssa sometimes fight like sisters, which is very normal. But there's times when Paul and I just have to like leave the room and just kind of go laugh or leave the house, and hopefully they figure it out.
Yeah, Omar's
We
way
always
better at it
figure it
than me.
out.
Yeah.
Omar, like, Alyssa and Amanda fight, and Omar's like, it's fine. I'm like, what is happening?
She just called her a what?
Yeah, it's like, this is irreparable damage has been done in this relationship.
Yeah.
My brother and I fought all the time. Not once did we ever get the cops called on us for a fight.
That happened one time.
It was a concerned neighbor. It was very fair.
I think it would go well because like you guys are very consistent and like wanting to like spend time together, which is cool. And Amanda and I are like that too. I think where we get in a lot of arguments is I control the TV.
It's the TV. That was my exact thought.
Yep, I control the TV. That's just how it is. And I don't control a lot. I'm not trying to sound like a douche.
Don't
But
say you control the TV. He just loves sports so much, and no one wants to fight him on.
I control the TV. So there's sports on at all
Everyone's
times.
like-
It's my happy place, but I'm very present. Amanda will come talk to me. I'll mute the TV. I'll turn it off. I'll do whatever she needs. But Alyssa and I are born, 12 days apart?
They're both
13 We're both
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, so we know like how to trigger each other.
They're both like very headstrong.
Yeah.
In the kindest way. Like I feel like you guys are both so gentle, but you also like don't budge
Yeah,
when you don't
we're
want
both
to do
stubborn.
something.
both stubborn.
And it's actually like insane to watch. Last night is a great example. Alyssa turned on.
Oh my gosh.
We had 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Alyssa turns on Gossip Girl. She has the remote. She's holding down the cord.
Let me say something. Omar had the sports on all day.
Okay.
It was the first day of college football and
Okay.
at Ohio State,
This
Texas. Like it was.
So
So,
now
okay, so all day.
sit down.
Alyssa turns on Gossip Girl because we're just having a little fun time, it's casual. What does Omar do? Because Alyssa's holding the remote, he
Airplays.
airplays.
I airplayed the U.S. Open. It
And
happens
he's like
once a year.
turning off the TV.
Oh.
You airplane women's collegiate volleyball.
And I put it to the U.S. Open. But
So,
So-
needless to say, we didn't watch anything. But
So it's TV just turned.
yeah, I think that would drive us most insane is probably the TV.
We would definitely get under each other's skin, and I feel like it probably wouldn't be the best thing for like we have a very good relationship now. Argue, but then like we're not going to see each other for a while.
Yes.
So
And
we have to make up.
even when we lived together, it was technically like in separate houses, like
Yeah.
spaces. And so we all got our own space and that was perfect. So I don't know.
I think we
know.
could do it if we had to. I just don't think it would be the best. So we won't.
I'm good with not trialing. The
Yeah. What do you
experiment.
think, Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
It'll be fine.
What would
Real
get under
silent
your
over
skin?
there.
Nothing really gets under my skin.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Right.
Sure.
I think it'd be fine.
Yeah, I think it would be fine. We just
Well-
might get the gospel on us like once.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Paul and Omar.
For sure.
Okay.
That was a fun question.
yeah, these are good.
I like
Damn.
these.
I know, but
questions.
no advice. No,
That's okay. I
They
think
just
it's
want to
like-
ask questions.
We didn't say advice. It was
Okay.
like ask dish spill,
Yeah.
whatever.
What is your best travel story?
But not like
Definitely not Fiji. Alyssa booked one of the spots that we were at.
No,
That's
Fiji is my
definitely-
best travel.
definitely food.
This-
How
I think that we should talk about this. So Alyssa's like always our travel booker. She's the one who will go on Yelp. She'll do all the digging. She'll look everything up. She'll put in the time and the effort, which I absolutely will not. And she booked us on this island. when we went to
Actually,
Fiji.
Let me say, I gave multiple options.
She
She
did.
did.
And I
Pretty much.
sent the family.
Yeah.
She sent it to the
So we
family.
all chose collectively
We all collectively chose
an island
island.
resort.
and
Unfortunately, so how most Fiji islands work is there's one or two resorts on the island. There's little islands off of Fiji. And so once you're there, that's all that they have. So it's usually like an all-inclusive situation. And so, of course, we ate there breakfast, lunch, dinner, and somehow all of us,
except for me,
Except
and
Amanda.
my mother,
except Amanda and my parents, had food poisoning.
Yeah,
horrific.
She's not
food
doing
poisoning.
justice
And
to it because
All of
we
us were sharing a room, or sorry, us four were sharing a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
So the
one
four of
bathroom.
us were sharing a room with one bathroom. So this was like we were only there for a couple of days, and we were like, we'll go. Like it'll be fun. We'll all just like we don't want to splurge because we splurged on the other part of the trip, and so we shared one room. So it had two queens and a bathroom. I can't like because I did not have food poisoning, so I just had to sit there like fully coherent, witnessing this.
I just want
I
to.
was like,
I just want to point out we're talking about the people that were sick and you're making it about you.
I know everyone to know. I feel like that's almost worse.
I was puking by a tree,
Because
and
I took over the
Alyssa
bathroom
took over the bathroom, and
and the boys went outside.
it was the most beautiful experience though because I was like 15 feet away from the ocean, and there was all these like dogs that live on the island, and they kept like looking at me. But I was puking my guts out, and it was just not great, but it was beautiful.
And the resort decided that it was a bad look to have Omar and I just like leaning over the rails
Yeah.
and puking. So they're like, we're going to give you guys an extra room.
And they sent us a nurse to give us a shot.
They all no, I need to tell you guys about this shot because it was so shocking. So this nurse walks in and we're all like, thank God, this is amazing. She's gonna help them out, yada yada yada. And anyways, so the nurse comes in and they're all laying on the beds. This is before we got a separate room. So the three of them are laying on their beds and she's like, I need you guys to flip over and pull your pants down. I'm gonna give you a shot in the butt. And it was like,
It's true.
Excuse me.
We got real close that
I'm like,
day.
okay, maybe we are too close to the family.
I had puked so much that I didn't even care.
Oh,
And then I had booked like a boat ride to like surf.
This is too much.
I like had a boat ride booked for like 5 a.m. the next morning to surf Cloud Break, which is like, if you don't surf, the most iconic wave in Fiji. And I hadn't got to surf the whole trip because the waves were bad the first part of the trip. We're stuck on this tiny island with no waves the second part of the trip. I'm puking everywhere. The boat's going to leave at 5. I could have gone maybe the next day, but it was like 10 to 14 feet and I didn't plan on dying. So it was like my only window. I got up, did some air squats on the beach and felt okay. And I made it. It was good.
Yeah,
It was a great experience.
We did not move the next day.
I did
except
not
for
even
Paul,
have
so.
food poisoning, and I woke up later that when you left, and I was like, "Where's Paul?"
I
And my
know.
mom's like, "He went surfing." I was like, "Something's not right."
Yeah. So needless to say, that was maybe not the favorite family.
Yeah.
I won't say
Why
it's
did
a
we go talk
favorite,
about that when it
but
wasn't?
but I do think it's like a fun story.
If you are looking to go to Fiji, I will say by far the most like hospitable, welcoming people we've ever met on any
Yes.
trip anywhere
It's
in the world. At least
beautiful.
in my opinion, they were
Absolutely beautiful.
absolutely amazing. That was my favorite part of the trip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's really shitty to, pun intended, to be stuck on an island at an all inclusive and have to keep eating at the place that you got food poisoning
Yeah, because
from
there's no other
and
food.
not be able to leave. So iconic. Anyway, that's our favorite travel story. Who's more likely to fall asleep on a plane before takeoff or talk to the stranger next to them the whole flight?
Omar is definitely more likely to fall asleep before takeoff because this man takes like 12 Dramamine before we even get on the plane.
Even if it's an hour flight.
It's an hour flight. The Dramamine is in the system. He does not care.
Amanda, like a couple of years ago, just got she always has been outgoing, but she wants to talk to everybody. She literally we'll be in line and she'll be like, "Oh, where are you going?" I'm like, "Who gives a shit?"
There was
Like,
this couple today at the coffee shop we went to. They were reading the newspaper and they're like, "Oh, there's a wine festival." Omar gets up to go get our coffees and I'm like, Where's the wine festival at?" Like,
no, it's great. I just don't always love to participate. Sometimes I like to just keep to myself. And Amanda's just chatty Cathy for sure when it comes to meeting new people.
I'm
So
the
definitely
same.
Amanda, I'll
Yeah.
go to sleep. I'll go to sleep no matter how long.
I would sleep. Paul would definitely be chatting.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
He loves talking to people.
What would you do if A, you didn't need to work for money? B, you still needed money but had to totally switch careers? Like if you didn't need money, what would you do for work? But if you still needed money but had to switch careers, what would you do? So 2-part question.
down the line, really
Sure.
quick. Maybe
Rapid
first.
fire.
I would honestly just golf every day and probably make like a stupid golf YouTube with my friends. I'm not a good golfer. I'm very okay to bad. But I enjoy it. Love being
You too,
outside. That's a fair assessment, maybe. And then what's the second part? B.
Yeah, switch careers. But you still needed money.
Oh no, that's tough.
Influencer?
No, I wouldn't be an influencer. That's cringe.
What?
I'm not a good photographer. I think that would be pretty cool, depending on like what the event is or what it would be. I think probably that.
That is cool.
Yeah, I take Amanda's pictures if that counts, but
He does.
After I taught him,
no, you didn't.
after years. Anyways, Amanda?
Okay. If I didn't have to work, but I could just like do something for fun, I've always wanted to own like a little coffee shop that's also like a little library, like reading, coffee, super cute. Slash like rosé. Like it would just be like my 3 favorite things. Like books, vanilla, coffee, and rosé. And you could just spend like morning, night, evening. And do I think it's a great business model? No. But if I didn't have to worry about money and I could just do it for funsies, then yeah, that's what I would do.
I love
It'd be
that
called
you
like
said.
Mandy's.
I love that you said morning, night, and evening.
I love that Omar's live fact checking Amanda because like, most of the time I just get to appreciate these.
Morning, night, and evening. We're open. So 24/7. Yep, that's us. that's the bookstore.
I feel like I said library, not bookstore.
Library.
Library, coffee shop, rosé.
And then what's the second part?
Ooh.
Switch careers.
That's tough. I think I do love like Animal Planet, like sharks and like Shark Week, and like I love that stuff. So I feel like if I could do like behind the minutes or like do like the fact checking before like people go on those little excursions. I love that.
Like, you'd be good at that.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that stuff.
As long as the zoo's open morning, night, and evening.
Morning, night, and evening
As
only.
long as it's not a bear.
Those are only my working hours.
Yeah.
Okay, Alyssa.
Honestly, with my job right now, I love it so much. Like, I would always want to do something in the holistic
Yeah.
field. I think it's like so rewarding to help women. I would love to work in the supplement industry. I think that would be really cool, like to help come up with new supplements or fact check dosages and all of those things. So I think if I had to switch careers, I would probably want to look into something like that.
No, that's cute.
I thought you were
Love
going to
it.
say chef or baker.
Oh my god.
Well, if you didn't have to like make any money, then you could like have a little something just for yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Literally
words
holistic
off.
health shop bakery. Like good on ya in Encinitas.
It's a good spot. I love.
It's a health shop
Yeah.
and they make
They have good protein balls.
they're very protein.
Perfect.
Paul?
If I didn't need money, I think I would still want to be a doctor. I do love it a lot. I think my ideal scenario would be if I could go to work every day and have half the patients that I have now.
Mm.
Like I start most days with like 15 patients or so.
Healthcare, step it up.
If I could just have like 7 patients and just like get to be the best doctor possible for those like 7 or 8 patients, then I think, and knowing that I didn't have to be there to pay back like all the student loans or,
Mm.
you know, all the bills, I think I would find a lot more fulfillment in it. But I still like, I get a lot of joy from my job and I couldn't imagine myself doing anything different. But if I didn't need the money, I would just like to see less patients and be more present for less patients.
That's fine.
That's
What
a
if
great
you had
answer.
to your
If I had to switch careers, probably something in finance. I like math.
what?
I'd sell my soul and just do math.
Okay, you also probably I could see wanting to work for like Patagonia or like some kind of cool surf store, surf brand.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be fun. I don't know
Guess
how I'd
not.
pay our bills with that job.
Mm.
You're crazy to think he wouldn't do like have his own finance company or
I'm
something.
sorry, I'm trying to have a little fun with the question.
I was answering the question.
Yeah, accurately. I will. I don't know if we could do this. I'll amend mine, not because of anything anybody said, but I'm changing mine from photographer to food critic. Because I
Oh,
love-
would be a
dang. I want to be a food critic
Okay.
too.
I
you would be a really good food critic.
I just thought of that. Sorry to. Yeah, right.
I have
after you.
actually always wanted to do that, but I'm like, I can't because I don't like cheese.
She doesn't like cheese, milk, or tomatoes, so I feel like that's in like a lot of food.
Yeah. So,
But good answers, I thought.
That's fine.
good job.
Morning, evening, and night.
Good on ya. I want to hear both of your love stories.
That's cute.
Go
Who
ahead.
wants to go first?
Go
Let's
ahead.
take it away.
Yeah, Paul, I want to hear it.
On
Swiping like crazy. Just kidding. I'm just
Love it.
kidding.
swiping like crazy.
Oh my god.
I do
Uh,
want to hear this from Paul's side, and I want it to be as good as your other answers.
Yeah, okay. I was in medical school interviewing for residency and knew that I wanted to leave Virginia, which is where I did medical school, and knew that at all costs I wanted to be back in California or at least more west, because 4 years in Virginia was enough for me. And so I was staying at my parents' house in Phoenix so that I could drive to all of my West Coast interviews. And I was single and had all of the apps and was swiping, and I matched with Alyssa, and she's like, "Don't you live in Virginia?" And I said, "Yes, technically, but I am trying to be back in either California or Arizona," which was enough for her to give me a chance at a first date.
Where'd you
And
go?
yeah, so it's on her Hinge profile. She had
It said, "What's your dream date?" and you have to like answer.
it was like Chinese takeout was like her favorite meal or something. And so we did a picnic with Chinese takeout at Tempe Town Lake, which is like the only body of water that exists in the greater Phoenix area. And then we went to, it was Christmas time. So we went to Zoo Lights where they decorate the zoo with a bunch of Christmas lights. And then we drove around and looked at Christmas lights. And then we watched Elf. It turned into like a marathon
And
first
then
date.
you proposed.
And then I proposed.
The
And
same
Alyssa still thought it took me too long.
And then we did 3 years long distance.
Yeah, I forget about that.
Then we moved in together, took a year, and then he finally proposed.
Let's get this podcast a sponsor. What app did you guys meet on?
Hinge.
Hinge. Oh, I
The
didn't know
app
that.
You're meant to delete.
I thought it was Ehon.
No.
Oh.
You were so bad. No, I support Hinge to this day.
It's good.
Cute.
Yeah, it worked out.
It's a good story.
Cute.
And we recently learned your love story on the pod, but why don't you tell us again?
I gave them a brief.
I want to hear it from Omar.
of it.
It's
But
not
you-
that great.
Are you serious? I think it's so cute. How could you say that?
Not the outcome, but the story. Okay.
Just say it.
I think you tweeted something about Taylor Swift. Here, I'll back it up a little bit.
Congrats to her. by the
Yeah.
way.
Congrats. Yeah. I always saw Amanda on Facebook because Gilbert's very small where we live, and I saw her profile, and I think I added her one of these days because I was like, wow, she's a pretty girl. Don't know anything about her, but I
You're
just
free.
added her on Facebook. If you want me on this pod, let me talk. If not, I'll gladly leave. I'll go in the water. It's crystal clear right now. So I added her, and then I think I added her on Twitter too, where we added each other on Twitter at a different time. And I tweeted something about Taylor Swift at the time because I used to like Taylor Swift, not as much now, not really for me. And Amanda commented, and what did you say?
She had just dropped Red, and
Yeah,
I loved the album.
Yeah.
And you were like, this album is like
it's really good.
so good.
Yeah.
And I was like,
She commented yes, and I go, "Oh, you like Taylor Swift too?" Just a stupid conversation.
yeah, it's
very
so
basic. And then we started talking, got her number, DM'd her, and then I took her to the fanciest place I knew at the time, which was the Cheesecake Factory,
yeah, you
which
picked
was
me up.
great.
I was like, this is so nice. And like,
fancy.
this guy is legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we've been together years since.
Yeah. We like went to the Cheesecake Factory. We couldn't stop talking to each other. And then literally, I think like 2 weeks later,
Yeah,
he asked me out for real, like
Yeah.
officially, and we literally never broke up, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
So we were together
morning, evening, and night.
morning, evening, and night
Yeah.
for sure for like 5-6 years, and then you asked me to marry you, and then we got married when I was 24. You were 25.
Yeah, I think
my
they just
God.
asked how we. So
You were only 24.
Yeah, I got married.
That's when I met Paul.
she was a young bro. Actually, I probably
Not that young.
let's cut that.
And they asked Paul to officiate their wedding
Yes,
while we were still dating.
we were like went on a whim because Omar and I both really loved Paul.
We didn't
when
go on a whim.
Well, but I feel like this is kind of like a funny story.
This
so,
guy
like,
might suck, but no.
No, but okay. So
He could break my heart.
Alyssa and Paul had been together for like 2 years at the time, and Omar and I loved Paul, and we were like, this guy should officiate our wedding. And Alyssa was like, what if we literally break up? Like they weren't engaged.
I'm like, we can't crop him out.
Yeah, like he willed me in all of our stuff, and we're like, you know what? Let's lock him in.
I didn't think they were
Yeah.
going to break up. So we
Yeah.
just-
Thank
But
God.
we were like, we decided you guys are gonna stay together. So
Well,
you're welcome.
thanks.
That was my first officiating gig. You really
You did a
paved
great
the way
job.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We put a lot of things into you.
And
Yeah.
how many have you done since?
4 now.
That's
yeah,
a lot.
he kickstarted his officiant career, so you're welcome to all the
If you need an officiant on
Paul
Instagram, Paul Thompson officiant.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. No,
I can't
it's
believe
not
that wasn't
true.
what you would be doing if you didn't have to work.
Just wedding officiant.
That's
Yeah.
another good one. Yeah.
Okay, well, two people asked, what is the hardest part about doing long distance? Or I'm nervous for long distance. What
Oh,
advice do you have?
Do you want to answer? Or do you want...
I think for me, the hardest part was the FOMO and the trust. So, especially for us, like we basically did long distance from the jump. And so it's like, you're just supposed to completely trust that this person is trustworthy and being faithful. And you also want them to live their life and have so much fun. But of course, you want to be there. It's so cool to see them doing all these things. And so I think that was hard. But we both just had so much going on in our personal lives. And we're both so busy in school and residency that that's what got us through it. Like, and we couldn't have done it any other way, honestly.
Yeah, I think our situation was a bit unique. I think it would have almost been tougher to have lived in the same spot, at least for my intern year of residency, just with how much work it was and how much of an adjustment it was from medical school. I think, most days I would have maybe 30 minutes to an hour of free time, or I'd be working nights and then days, or 28-hour ICU shifts. And like whenever I got a chance to get free time, I tried to make the most of it and really invest in myself, either go to the gym or get out for a quick surf. And I think Alyssa, if she lived there, would have felt neglected by doing things like that whenever I got a chance.
Mhm.
And then when you did visit, it was a very intentional time together. So you'd be like, Alyssa's coming in 3 weeks. I have these 3 weeks, to serve, just hang out with friends. And then when she gets here, it'll be like all about spending time together. So I think that rhythm worked really well for us while I was in residency. I think if I had free time or you had more free time, then it would have been a lot more challenging. But
What was the hardest part?
I think the hardest part was I lived alone and was going through like residency was tough. Like I had a really good med school friend group and ended up making really good friends in residency too. But just going from
Initially moving across.
yeah, and having like nobody there to really like vent to at first was tough. But you were it felt like almost every month or every 2 months.
Yeah, COVID happened, so then everything was virtual for me, so that was good, and we were really intentional. We would FaceTime and do yoga, like, every week. We would FaceTime and, like, eat dinner on our anniversaries together, and that part was awkward. Like, we were never a huge FaceTimer just without an activity. Like, we wouldn't, like, talk on the phone for hours with each other. But we constantly texted each other, so that was really, like, assuring, and it was fun.
Yeah, worked out.
Yeah, cute. Good luck. Okay, here is the last one for the boys. If the husbands had a podcast, what would it be about?
So easy. It'd be about sports.
Is it a podcast together?
I don't know.
If a podcast together would definitely be about sports. I feel like that's where the Venn diagram overlap is. If
For
you're
sure.
sticking to sports.
I also think like you're way more into like finance and like creative stuff with like housing and stuff like that. I think that would be a really good one for you, right? Like you'd have like a finance podcast or like a housing podcast.
Yeah.
Real estate. That's what I'm trying to say. I couldn't think of the term.
Housing.
Housing. Yeah.
Morning, evening,
I
night.
would love like a sports podcast. I love golf. I love movies. Like Alyssa said, she said I watch movies every day of my life. But
Also
also
like
like
a theater kid.
I can't remember the 4 kids on Instagram and TikTok, but they're like 13 and all they do is talk about food. And I'm like, I would love to have a food podcast too. I
Yeah.
just like talk restaurants and like fast food. Like I think that'd be fun.
No,
But
that is cute.
Yeah.
I like
we would
that.
have a great podcast. Maybe we'll do it.
Just
Yeah, why
every
not?
episode is just us like lamenting what it's like to be an Arizona sports fan.
Yeah.
I haven't had a good year since 2001.
That'd be bad. Yeah.
Do you agree with that, babe? Sports and
Yeah, I think
maybe
if we did one
finance for
together,
you?
yeah, finance or real estate. Yeah, I think easy.
Yeah.
Love it.
and what do you guys think about your ladies with their really cool podcast?
I think it's great. I listen to every episode. It's the first thing I do. First thing I do whenever it comes out. Now, Amanda's been on my case because I've had a little bit of travel and I haven't listened to every podcast. But I'm very proud of them, and I think it's cool that they have a little platform. I think they should interview their parents next, and then some other cool people in their lives. And Paul and I will gladly go do something else while they do that. No, I'm really proud of them.
Husband?
I'm here for it. I'm like unreasonably obsessed with that. Like listen right when it comes out.
Great podcast, ladies.
Great podcast. Can I get
Girl.
pointers?
Just
I was
find
like,
it, yeah.
oh, Amanda's funny. I'm like,
She is.
yeah,
Yeah. You're funny too.
thanks.
Yeah, you are.
No, I love it. I feel like you guys have been talking about wanting to do a podcast with each other basically since I started dating Alyssa. So I'm like glad that you guys have, you're in a good stage in life where you can be like organized, get it done, and come out with an episode every week. And
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Fun.
The
It's
work
been good press.
every
I
week.
know.
Like you do the promoting, you do the editing. Like I don't know the exact split, but you guys both do, I think, a good amount of work, and it takes a lot. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Killing it.
Yeah.
that was the worst thing I've ever seen.
We literally were like, well, thanks for being on, and we will talk soon.